here with Danielle Fox, the editor of Beadwork and Stringing Magazine. And welcome, Danielle.
Thank you.
We're talking about natural designs today, so this is a perfect complement because you're showing us how to do beading cones.
Right. I think cones are a great component, especially for hiding messy intersections like in this piece where I have tons of strands coming together. And
right, which we all have these multi-strand pieces because I love these personally.
Right, exactly. And here it's a very clean finish near the clasp of this necklace. And yes, lots of natural materials with the clay beads.
Right, and the colors are so pretty together too. And these are some different examples of cones. And in fact, Susan Leonard-Casimir is going to be here next show to show us how to make one very similar to this silver one that you have in the center.
I think that's really pretty. Yes, I brought this to show just the wide variety of cones available. And this is just what I was able to come up with in a quick couple of minutes. But you have metal, you have glass even, enamel, and there's even more available.
Yeah, so you can coordinate them with whatever you're doing.
Exactly. Now I'm going to first show you how to use a cone in this manner.
Okay.
And then I'll move on. I have another example to show you.
Great.
So to use a cone, first you're going to take a long, I like 3 inches or longer piece of gauged wire. I like using half hard wire just because I want it stiff. And usually I use like 22 gauge or even bigger wire. So I made a wrap loop at one end of the wire, and I'm going to repeat, so I have 2 wrap loop wires. Then, and I've already started this for us, you'll attach however long you want your strand plus a couple inches. You'll attach your beading wire to one of the wrap loops with a crimp tube.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is we'll do the same thing on the other end. I'll string a crimp tube, and then I'll string one of the wrap loop wires.
Okay.
And of course, the usual crimping method, pass back through.
All right, and so this will, I mean, basically, usually you would be using the same exact technique to attach to a clasp, but in this case, you're attaching to a wrapped loop.
Right.
Okay.
And then, crimp as usual.
Right, and with crimping, I always tell people to just be sure that you're using the proper size crimp tube that works for the crimp wire that you have. The beading wire.
That's really important. You don't want it, and there's really big tubes to accommodate really thick wire, and etc. So I'm not going to trim this just to expedite things, but just to show you. Then you would repeat for as many strands as you want. Here I have at least 8 strands.
To get that really good multi-strand effect.
Right, for as many as you want to put onto the piece.
Okay, and so just for any beginners who are watching, they would attach all of their strands to the same loop and run this wire through their beading cone.
Right.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the yellow one, and you can tell us about that.
Right, and here you can see really how that works. I've used silk cord. I've attached a bunch of strands, and after I put some glue and trim the cords here, I'll string this cone-like finding.
This silver piece here.
Right, the silver piece there, and that'll hide all that juncture there and the wrap loop. And then I plan on stringing this bead and attaching it to chain.
Thank you, Danielle.